automatically, and so you learn automatically. And the amount of things that you learned is beyond anything you can even begin to consider, frankly. Milton Erickson, for those of you who know Milton Erickson, say, and you can feel the pressure of the pencil against the paper as you make that letter A, that letter C, that letter T, and you put them together, and you didn't know that by spelling cat and doing these things, you were learning the basis of reading and writing that you would do for the rest of your life. Right? All the hypnotic language patterns of Milton Erickson. It was the basis for things. Your feet have carried you all around the world, wherever you go, because as a baby you learned how to do things without ever knowing how you learned it. And they stuck you in school at some point and said, now this is important. You must learn how to do this, and we're going to teach you how. And you know what? You'd already learned tons of things by then. And it wasn't necessarily a teacher-student relationship. It was the learner was learning what was necessary for the learner to get along in the world, to navigate through this experience, and to have fun and enjoy it. Because guess how most of us learn to do most things? How? By doing? By play. Exactly. By play. You want to be a really good basketball player? How do you become a really good basketball player? By playing basketball. Here's the thing that most people miss. I've said this for years. You know, they've done MRIs and CAT scans. They've done brain studies. If you read a book about learning how to ride a bicycle, you've learned to read about how to ride a bicycle, which is different than riding the bicycle. One is a behavior and one is the informational pursuit. Now think about when you learned to ride a bike. What did you do? Did you get a book on riding a bike? Now, when would book learning be useful?
It hurts too much to fall.
No, because it is useful. When would it be useful?
Learn to stop at the red light rather than just go on through.
Okay.
Over.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
For rules and things like that.
For rules, sure. There's a purpose for it, but at what point does book reading become useful for you? After you already know how to... I'm going to answer my own question. It's a rhetorical question that I know the answer to. It's not really fair. I know what I mean. But after you know how to ride a bike. Then reading about it, you can go, oh, well, this is how I might improve my technique, or this is how I draft behind a truck, or this is how, if I'm behind another bike in a race, I can do this. Now, you're using what you already know, and you're adding to it, you're adding to information that you can now incorporate into your behaviors if you do what? Apply it, play with it, or use it, develop it in some fashion. Otherwise, it's just if there's information. Like, did you know that there are 212 seats in this building? It's just information. So, book learning isn't bad, and tape learning and audio clips and workshops are great, but there's a time when they're great. That's something that's important. So, you learn how to ride a bike. Now, the way I think about it, you're all super learners. That's what I give you already. That, to me, already impresses me about you. That's what I know that makes this world a rich and wonderful place. Because I know you have learned more stuff in this room collectively than I could ever learn in a lifetime. And you know more about different things than I could ever begin to know. From your experience, from your book learning, from your play, from your reactions, from your joys, from your disappointments, from your challenges, from every aspect of your life. There is more richness in here and in you than I could ever begin to calculate. That's what's so cool. That's why going around and talking to people and meeting people is an exciting thing. Because you get to meet people who are talented at doing things that I couldn't even begin to do, or couldn't even begin to imagine to do, or never had the interest to do. But if I sit down and talk to them, they go, wow, I never thought about it that way. So,